This is the most interesting part of how nanotechnology could be utilized to control the nervous system. What if I tell you that your brain can control machines? Your brain can give commands using nano devices installed in your system to control machines, and vice versa as well. Wouldn't that be really interesting to know? So let me tell you that the control of physical objects by the power of thought alone has always been very interesting for humans. Now this is very much possible, just like any fictional story. Let me tell you that with the advent of nanotechnology, it is possible to study neuronal activity in the brain and see how controlling machines and computers using human brain without carrying out any invasive surgical procedures to install a nano device in your system can become a reality. Systems are being developed where the patterns of neuronal firing in the brain are being translated into electronic signals to support the communication, mobility, and independence of paralyzed people. This is possible because the firing of neurons and the travel of the ion currents along the axonal membranes generates an electric current, which in turn generates a magnetic field. A steady electrical current generates a static magnetic field. But if the electrical current changes, so does the magnetic field. Conversely, a change in external magnetic field can induce a change in the electrical neuronal activity as well, which means that the neuronal electrical activity and magnetic activity are related to each other. Therefore, magnetism can become a non-invasive communication tool with the nerves of your central nervous system, which can help us understand what is your brain thinking at this point of time, and that can be used as commands to control machines and computers. This technique is what we call as magnetic monitoring, and it requires extremely sensitive devices called as magnetometers, because magnetic fields which are produced by neuronal activity, they are extremely small. Today, there is a technology called MEG, which is magnetoencephalography, which is utilized to map brain activity. Let me tell you, this tells how your brain responds to a particular stimulus, and the pattern in every individual is different. So you can map the complete brain-related activities in an individual using techniques like MEG. Let me tell you that you can also make use of magnetocardiograms, which are generated as response in this particular technology of encephalography to see how your brain responds to a particular stimulus. So for example, if two individuals are shown an image and I am trying to map their brain activity using MEG, the magnetocardiograms that are generated is going to tell me how both the individuals are going to respond to this particular image, because response is going to be very unique in both of these individuals. And let me tell you that to do this kind of study, you need not install a nano device into them. These can be external devices which you just wear around your head, like helmets. So there are MEG helmets, there are MEG helmets, which help you carry out the brain mapping without any invasive technique. Yes, surely there is ethical concern associated with this technology, because it is said that you may lose the distinction between humans and machines if we start controlling each other. And secondly, these techniques can also be utilized to enhance some cognitive abilities of humans. And then obviously it will become an ethical issue, because only people who can afford this technology will be able to go for it. And that will bring about a lot of distinctions, discriminations that will happen in the human society. So as said, every technology is going to have pros and cons, and it depends on how you are going to make use of that technology for your own benefit. These are the applications related to nanomedicine, regeneration medicine, but we will speak about more applications of nanotechnology in the videos to come. Thank you so much for watching the video.